What's going on, everyone? Welcome to the Power of I Am. I am Eric. I am all that is. I am love. I am perfection. I am always chosen. I am everyone's top priority. No one is better than me. No one compares to me. Claim it. All right. Today I want to talk about something could be useful to you guys. We're always asking these questions. Actually, first, I forgot to say, if anyone wants to work with me, the link is in the description. If anyone wants to join the membership channel, we have access to the weekly live streams as well as exclusive videos on Tier 2. Link is also in the description. All right. I want to talk about something that could be useful because a lot of us are so, unfortunately, hate to say it, in the victim mindset. Why me? Why does this keep happening? Why? Right? Why? Instead of why does this keep happening, you should ask yourself, what is this trying to tell me about me? What is it trying to tell me about me? Because remember, the mental plane is the cause of all things. The physical plane is the effect of all things. I talk about it in every video. Yes, I know, Eric. Yes. So we cannot change the external world. It is the effect, right? Scripture refers it to as the land of the dead, right? God gives life to the dead. Means that we put our awareness on things as true in the external, we bring it to life. We recreate it, bring it back to life. Also brings life to the unseen. Romans 4:17, God speaks as though things that are not here are here. Sounds like when I say, whenever anything comes to mind, immediately describe it as if it's already the way you would like it to be, not the way you don't, not the way the 3D is showing you, if you do not agree with it. If you agree with it, hey, keep reiterating it. It's a beautiful thing. Keep experiencing it, right? So, if we take that all into account, then yes, we know heaven is both inside and outside of us. That will be done on earth as it is in heaven. But the actual truth is internal, right? So then everything outside of us is something we've already accepted about ourselves. It's our old awareness, right? It's the old us that I talk about all the fucking time, right? So, now, if we're, deciding new, we're going about our day, we're deciding new things, or maybe you just got into the manifestation game and you're aware certain things piss you off, right? Like you're aware. A lot of people report to me all the time. This happens to me, and then when this happens, and then every time that I talk to this person, this happens, and every time I get this happens, and every time I go to work, this happens, and every time this always happens on a Thursday, and then blah, 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 blah. Not realizing you're just reiterating it to experience it over and over again, because everything you identify with is going to get mirrored back. Because it's consciousness. You can't escape your own consciousness. You're one with it. Consciousness is like water. It will literally fill the shape of whatever you pour it into, and that's your experience. Your reality will shape itself to whatever you give yourself internally. So, the point I'm trying to get across is any situation, anything out there, everything outside of you is basically neutral because it's the dead world. So, it's waiting for you to define it. What does this mean? What does this mean to me? Right? How am I perceiving it? Which would be in alignment with the 4 pillars of identity that I talk about, which is your self-concept, which is how you view yourself, which is how the world will then view you. Your concept of self, which is how you, as an identity, experience different areas of your life. Like, how do I experience love? How do I experience women? How do I experience money? How do I experience luck, success, anything? Right? How do I experience that? And then, what am I giving myself? Number 3, who am I saying I am? My end result. What do I have? In fact, what have I been taking away from myself? If you observe who you used to be, how many times did you keep reiterating you don't have something and then wonder why it's not in your experience? And then, of course, the 4th one is how you look at the world. And most likely, you are looking at the world from your self-concept, the concept of self by default. Because something I wanted to mention, I don't think I focus on it enough in my clutter video, is if you keep observing a similar situation from a concept of self, right, or a self-concept, like you're always so focused on not having money, nothing working out for you. You're always observing that, right? So then when you try to be different, reality will make sure to rearrange itself back to you not seeing those things, back to you not seeing money, because you're always focused and observing the fact that you don't, right? That's that clutter aspect I talked about. But the thing is, when you're so used to observing something, when you're so used to being a certain version of yourself, you can't see things because you can only see who you are. What do I mean by that? Is like, if you're so focused on poverty and not having it, and nothing works out for you, and life's got to be hard, you can't see opportunities that are right in front of you. You will perceive a conversation completely different because you can't see the opportunity in it because you're not that version of yourself that is able to. Because everything is here. Everything is already here. Remember, our eyes don't see. Our eyes only bring in light. The light, which is like 0.3%, that light is being filtered by our mind with our conceptions, our truths, I should say. Our perspectives, our assumptions. That's what we're seeing. So that light that that our mind is filtering with our senses is just showing us. So if we are a certain version of ourselves, it can't show us those things because we can only see from who we are. So it's kind of like the way I compared it is like, I became aware of a certain vehicle exists. I didn't know it exists before. Now I can see it. I couldn't see it before because I wasn't even aware of its existence. But once I heard of the car and I Googled it, I became aware of it. Now I see it everywhere. It was always here. I just couldn't see it because I wasn't the identity that even was aware of its existence, right? So in that same sense, it's like, how can I see money, opportunities, successful things? How can I perceive a conversation, a job interview in my favor if that's not me? I can't fucking see it. That's why one circumstance, one event can be perceived in so many ways depending on who's viewing it. So which version of you is viewing it? Right? The one that knows themselves as all that is and successful in all of these things? Or the one that's so focused on the poverty, or I don't have this and this person's not here, then you can't observe anything good that person may do. You will automatically perceive it in the worst way possible because you can't see the greatness because you're not choosing to be greatness. All right. Went off on a tangent, but what else is new, right? So, you guys can use your own mirror reflection. First, take accountability and accept that it is. For the wise guys, is it because of me that kids get sick? Is it because of me, crime? And there's murders and Yogi Boo Boo? No. But you're aware that crime exists, therefore you can experience it. You want to keep feeding yourself crime and paying attention to bad news all the fucking time, you're going to experience that shit. You want to keep feeding yourself nonsense politics all fucking day, then you're going to hate everyone and experience everything that they tell you you're experiencing, literally getting enslaved by an idea from a fucking TV show or a fucking news program. Keyword program. But anyway. And by the way, people like that watch the manifestation content, what are you doing? What are you doing? That's why your life is the way it is. You're sitting here watching manifestation content and you can't see anything beneficial, which is proving my point. You can't see anything because you're so stuck in the nothing works fucking identity. So therefore, reality will continue to show you nothing fucking working. Does it make fucking sense yet? Anyway, back to what I'm saying. You can literally use the 3D to your advantage, right? Instead of like, why did this happen? You can be like, what is this circumstance or thing that's absolutely meaningless, and you can only see from here. Instead of being like, you reacted to it, Eric, they did this, and I got triggered, and I spiraled. Why don't you ask yourself, what was it about this thing that made me spiral? Why am I spiraling? What does this say about my self-concept? What is this telling me? Glaring check engine light. What is this telling me of my concept of self? Right? What is this telling me about what I've been telling myself I have or don't have? Because this is how I'm perceiving the world. I'm perceiving it in a way that I'm triggered. I'm perceiving this as a problem. But why do I see this as a problem? What is this saying about myself? If a third party came out of nowhere, what is it saying about me? If someone was rude to me, what is it saying about me? Have I been being that identity that would see that thing, that would react to it? Do I see a truth in it? Because whatever we have an emotional reaction to, we see some sort of truth in it, and it's usually something that's going on within us that we don't even want to confront. But we can use that to our advantage because reality is showing us. And that's why it's crucial to know who you are. Because if you don't know who you are, you'll feel like a fucking victim all the time. Right? It's kind of like Your car fucking breaks down, right? Your car breaks down. I don't know what the fuck's wrong with my car. You take it to a mechanic. The mechanic's like, hey, yeah, you need a new fucking spark plug. You need a new spark plug. The spark plug is fucked. Like completely dead, fried. Fucking all of them are. Right? And that's like you knowing what the problem is. Or ignoring that. I should say ignoring that. And then getting pissed at the car all the time. Well, god damn it, this fucking car just doesn't start. I hit the gas, it doesn't go. What gives? This car doesn't fucking work. The mechanic's like, well, because you got that. I don't care. Why is this happening to me? It's showing you what the problem is. But you want to just ignore it because it should be working, bro. I don't care about doing it. I don't care about address. I don't care about choosing a new spark plug. I've been watching this since July. I've been driving this car since fucking July. Why do I need the spark plug? Nothing's changing. I can't get to point B. Alright, just to end this really quick, guys, because I got to my destination. Anything that can trigger you, anything that you're experiencing that you don't like, that's bothering you, that you don't like what you see, it's because you're choosing to see it that way. But it's also telling you what's going on within you. It's showing you that there's something in your self-concept, like there's something in your concept of self. Is it an old pattern? Like, what is it showing you? Then that's where you choose differently, because there's a reason why you're reacting that way. You're seeing your own reflection and getting triggered by yourself and who you used to be and what you used to accept as true. And that's why if you don't accept that shit, you're going to keep reacting to the same things and be in victim mode. Right? Because you think things should be a certain way by obligation. No. You're just going to get you. Reality doesn't give a fuck if you feel like shit, if you're afraid of something. It's just going to give you that. Reality doesn't give a fuck about your stories. It doesn't give a fuck about your SPs and your Snapchat scores going up or down. Or the fact that they blocked you. You keep observing the fact that they blocked you, they're always going to be there. If they say something that triggers you, you either thought it before or you were the identity that would experience that thing. You only experience your own consciousness mirrored back to you. Everyone is you. Your own consciousness mirrored back, different perspectives. Ecclesiastes 10:20. Everything's backed up in the book. So, any circumstance, any condition, any person running their mouth, anything that you could feel that emotional state shift and it triggers you, it shifts you out of who you chose to be. Ask yourself, why did that just happen? What is it saying about me? Because I'm telling you guys, if you were this highest version of you, or when you addressed why that is, that same thing could occur from a higher version of you, and you wouldn't even notice. You wouldn't give a shit because you don't see truth in it. It's kind of like some random person going up to you and telling you have a different color shirt. You would think they're crazy. Like someone go, hey Eric, nice, that's a purple burgundy shirt you're wearing. And I'll be like, oh, it's black. Whatever. Go about your day. You're not going to be like, oh my God, Eric, this fucking person, what do I do? What do I do? They told me I had a burgundy shirt. What do I do? No. Because you know who you are. You know you're wearing a black one. So it's the same thing. So guys, use the 3D as like a reference of like, why am I being triggered by this? Why am I so focused on this problem, this issue? And then understand like that part of your identity. Choose. You don't need to fix anything. There's no fixing on this channel. We're waking the fuck up. We choose new. So if this is showing me that I feel like I'm not good enough, that's why I'm comparing myself to other people. That's why I'm triggered because this guy is talking to this girl's talking to this guy. Or I'm looking at this girl and I'm like, why does she have what I want? Or why do they have what I want? It's saying that it's saying something about you, that you're not it, you're not being that. So choose. No, I am good enough. No, I'm the best at everything. No one's better than me, no compares to me. No, I'm actually all that is. I'm the only one that's deciding these definitions. I'm the only one deciding that there's competition. I'm the only one deciding that that person's better than me. I'm the only one deciding that there's a possibility that I'm not going to get chosen for this job, for this money, by this person, this relationship. I'm the only person that's deciding that I need a subscriber count to verify that I'm good instead of knowing that I'm good whether I have subscribers, views, or not. Because the external does not decide who we are. We do. But if we still base it on validation on from the external, then we're always going to rely on it to determine us, and then that's when we suffer. That's when we react. That's when we're like, what the fuck? The key is knowing you are these things and not needing the 3D to validate it, to become independent of it. And once you're independent of it, you're always in a state of not needing, which is always having. And if you're always having, that's materialization of your desired reality. All right, guys. Just want to come up here, give you a quick little video on the public side. I know you're having a great day, a great weekend, but just in case, I'll assume it to be great.